With Richard Evans, we are commentating this Masters Cup, which was a little bit disappointing in the first days, but we had a great semi-final today, I think.
The best match of the year. I was talking to Peter Fleming. He thinks it's the best match he's seen all year, and he's a commentator now, not John McEnroe's doubles partner anymore. But he thought it was the best match he's seen all year. I think it was. I think the standard of tennis for most of the match was fantastic. Murray did very well to come back into it because Nadal is tough. But most of the stats, interestingly, during the match were in Murray's favour. The only stat that was better for Nadal was that he won more points off his second serve. Every other stat, including 114 points won for Murray, 109 points won for Nadal. So it shows you how close it was, and Murray did have those two service break points in the final set tie break. My colleague Ubaldo here thinks that means he should have won the match. But
no.
Then he was playing rougher Nadal, and Nadal never gives up.
And plus, sorry if I interrupt you, but Nadal is very well known to make always the important points. That's the thing. That is his quality, his biggest. When you get close, when you get to the tiebreaker, he makes it. You don't know how.
That's right.
But at the end, he almost always is the winner.
Well, it's true, and tennis is all about winning the big points. There's no bell that goes off like in boxing. There's no whistle. The match never ends until you can win match point. If you can't win match point, it doesn't matter how big your lead is, you're not going to win the match. And, you know, if this was ping pong, table tennis, 114 points to 109 wins you the match.
Sure.
Not in tennis, because tennis has a much cleverer scoring system. The genius who invented it ought to be one of the most impressive men of all time and have all sorts of awards, but we don't know who he is, do we?
Correct. No, I don't even know.
So, you know, but that's why Nadal wins. That's why Nadal is #1 in the world. But it was a terrific match, and the 17,500 crowd here loved every minute of it. And this is a fantastic week of tennis, brilliantly presented, don't you think?
Yes, I think it is a wonderful arena, beautifully presented, and we also have the best final we could ask for.
Yes.
Because Nadal versus Federer, who didn't play that much one against the other recently. I mean, the only match this year, our last, is in Madrid. I mean,
that's what the tennis world wants, and that's why this tournament is so great, because although last year was a bit of a disaster because the big players didn't get through, but now we have Nadal, Federer. That's what the world wants to see. That's what they're going to see.
And who's going to win? Because I believe that still, even if Nadal is #1 in the world, I think that Federer will win. What do you think?
Well, I think so, because I think Rafa's tired. He said so in press conference. He looked tired. They ran miles. Or kilometers, or whatever you want to call it, but they ran a lot. And Federer hasn't really been tested, and Federer is, I think, the favourite.
Don't forget that Nadal was very, very tired, even when he beat Verdasco in Australia, and the next day, best of 5, he was able to win versus Federer.
Indoors, Federer.
Okay. Thank you, Richard Evans.